After 22 years on the radio, we couldn't stay quiet for long.
We're Lori and Julia, still loud.
Pop culture, gossip, books, TV, music,
and probably a little too much laughter.
Let's do this.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Lori and Julia podcast, Still Loud. Lorene, is that what we are? Still loud.
Still loud, still Olympicing, and it's lucky Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Today. Valentine's is this weekend. We're fully 1 week into the Olympics. You have made your way west. I was very happy to see that you arrived without a snowstorm or any kind of bad weather.
So I drove by myself for a vacation to come out to Bozeman and hang out with my sisters and hopefully do some skiing, but the snow is limited, but we will. But I have to tell you, thank God I drove by myself. I think I peed.
You love driving by yourself.
I do. I peed probably 30 times because it doesn't matter. I never let my gas tank get really below 3/4 of a tank full.
I like that about you because
I always
there's
have
long stretches of time once you get past Fargo where seems like there's nothing.
No, and so I left really late on Wednesday, and I'm like 3:30, and it's a 14 and a half hour drive to Bozeman from where I live. And on the road, I did listen to The Correspondent, and I was able to enjoy the luxury of that beautiful book we've been talking about.
Oh, good.
Lori, what a beautiful book.
I know.
It's, you guys.
Sybil.
Oh, it's
Sybil.
It's one of those books that stays with you. And you're a letter writer. And the joy.
And I've saved letters.
Yes.
I've saved letters that people have written to me.
I have letters from my mom from 1985 that she wrote to me when I lived in Hawaii for 15 months.
You're going to be so glad.
It's just wild. And I keep thinking, what am I going to do with these?
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what, Julia, to be probably perfectly real with you, when the day that your mom is no longer here,
I'll go through.
You can read those letters and have her
comfort
in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if anyone has kept any of my letters.
Your mom?
Yeah, my mom.
I have
has.
every birthday card you've ever given me. I've kept them.
Really?
Yeah, because you always
you used to sentimental.
You would always cut out like the horoscope for the day and my lucky numbers and give me a wish for the next new year. You always do the same thing, and I have all of the birthday cards you've sent me. I save all the cards my kids have ever sent me. I still have beautiful notes that people, listeners, and Julie Nelson from Care 11. I still have hers sent me when my dad passed away. I'm sentimental.
Yeah.
I save them.
That's good. You must have the Deborah Norville letter.
I'm going to look deeper. I'm going to look again. But I have to tell you, so I tried. I'm going to drive as far as I can. And I made it to Bismarck. And so I get to Bismarck, North Dakota. And I'm like, I just need to sleep. It's about 11 something at night because I have, again, made so many stops along the way
everywhere. Gotten that far.
I had every place in the world. And I love a truck stop. They have really good shopping. And so I get there and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to hop into a hotel. And there was a Quality Inn for $54 a night.
Sweet.
And so I drive over to it and I get there and their parking lot faced north. So the entire parking lot was ice. And I have some loot to carry in with these computers and stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm going to fall and that's going to be it. So then I drive to the thing right by the freeway and it was a Motel 6. And I feel
lovely.
okay.
Did they leave the light on for you?
Only one. Okay, so I get there. It was like $69. And I was in room 144 because I said I want something on the first level. Lori, that was an I won't ever do it again.
It was noisy?
No, it wasn't the noise. There's only the light they leave on is over the bathroom. There's no lights by the beds. So you can't really see if you wanted to read or anything, And I have my Kindle, but there's no lights. There were some bugs in the bathroom. There was popcorn on the floor, but I'm like, I'm so tired. It doesn't matter. I slept with all my clothes on. And it was just kind of like, I'm like,
never take the first floor, Julia.
I didn't want to carry my stuff. I mean, that's the beauty of a motel.
I get it. All right.
You know, I had
it.
so much crap. And so it was just, and I parked, the cars were all nice that were there and everything.
Did you sleep in all your clothes?
I did. All of them. Socks. And I had on leggings. I had on my belt. I had on every single piece of clothing. Mm-hmm. And I just laughed because I thought, it can't be that bad. Well.
It was that bad.
I just was surprised. Then the remote control didn't work.
It must be in a very trafficked area.
It's the perfect
and they're
location.
Having trouble getting help.
Yeah. There you go. But it was fine. But I just thought, okay, there we go.
So did you finish the correspondence?
I did.
This drive?
I did. Okay. And I drove with the sunrise behind me in the horizon, and there was no trees or anything, and it was flat land, so I could see the sunrise come up in the east behind me. It was glorious, and there's no snow. And then as you're leaving North Dakota, they do a lot of fun things with metalworks on the side of the road.
Yes.
They have like this geese and an eye up on a hill. And then the last town is Home on the Range before you get to Montana. And you drive 80 miles an hour. That's the speed limit.
That's a beautiful thing.
I did 85 and I got 18.7 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, no, that's not too
Doesn't
much.
matter. Who cares?
Yeah, you were stopping all the time anyway.
I was. And then coming into Bozeman is when it gets really pretty with the snow-capped mountain. It's just glorious. It was really lovely.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
good,
but
good,
I've seen every bathroom. Every single one.
A couple of motels.
And a couple.
Yeah, you're ready for your motel reviewing career.
I thought of it because I stop at all the roadside, rest areas, but quite a few were closed. I'm like, that's not good. That's not good. But I don't know why.
I know.
There was some under construction. But anyway, what's happening in Hawaii?
What's happening in Hawaii? Your brother has arrived.
So you're with two of my bros. Uh-huh.
Yes, he's here. And you know what's fun is I've been coming to Hawaii
your whole life
on a regular basis since 1985. My first travel job, my condo holidays job. I mean, I came to Hawaii once a month for
the Hawaiian Tropic contest or whatever.
Yeah, the Miss Hawaiian Tropic pageant. And anyway, but we also were a condo company and had a reservation system, and we sold all these condos. So all the condos that I've site visited or stayed at from 1985 all go by the same name. Kona by the Sea, Kanaloa by this, they all still have the same name. Oli Sands, the Lahaina Reef, all kinds of ones. Anyway, so it's wild to me that they all have had the same name, but it's fun to have somebody who's never been to Hawaii, and then you realize how much you know about Hawaii, how fun it is to show somebody. Yesterday I said to John in the afternoon, I said, it's time to go to Turtle Beach. He goes, what's a Turtle Beach? I said, it's that time of the day, and the turtles, they've been swimming around all day, and now they would like to lay up on a hot black rock and just get the sun.
Yeah, how many are there?
Oh, I've seen 20. I've seen never less than 5.
The ginormous turtles, yep.
But we saw a big daddy, a really big sea turtle. And we stay, far away. Yeah. They have, signs
protection
at this particular place. Because no beaches are private in the islands of Hawaii. They belong to all the people.
Okay.
So people can have homes that are there, but they have whatever beachfront or rocks are in front, anyone is free to be there.
That's lovely. Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, he was just he goes, we're walking back. He goes, that was really pretty cool. And then this area
He's hard to impress.
Yeah, I know. They have lots of little scooped out sandy beaches in between these lava rock formations. And I was telling him about, way back when people would just come and they would individually sit, because in the summer it could be really warm in that pool. And there's something healing about sitting amongst this rock that's 1 million years old.
Really?
Yet the island of Hawaii is still, archaeologically speaking, under construction.
Funny. Isn't that crazy? Yep.
the one volcano has been spewing since 87, but like on the side. So anyway, it was just kind of fun. And then your brother, because he knows me, he had to Google and fact check me. And
Okay.
then, like he goes, well, how high is the highest peak? And I'm like, well, Mauna Kea, that's the one with the big weather station. And it has snow year round. And I said, I don't know. I think it's 14,000 feet. And he's like, no way. And so he had to Google it.
Okay, that's
Sure
funny.
enough, 13,870
Okay,
feet.
Oh, wow. You were not off at all.
Yeah, no, because it's above the tree line. And I always remembered that about skiing A Basin in Colorado. It was like 14,000 feet above. So it's what they call above the tree line. And anyway, so we were laughing about how he was Google fact checking me on some of my Hawaii
I'm glad
stuff.
he does, because sometimes you tell me things and I'm like, I just go with it, and I'm like, I fact check it later. I'm at 4,800. Just being in Bozeman, I'm at 4,800 feet above sea level. I had a little headache when I got here. I'm sensitive.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You're not used to it. I always would get a headache in Colorado.
Well, that's really high. I know. It's nutty.
But even any little elevation kind of we're not used to it.
No, we aren't. Okay, so let's catch up on our Olympics.
Well, the Olympics. Well, we've had ice skating, ice dancing, curling. The men's finals is on as we are chatting right now. But the ice dancing has been so fun. My little inspiration for Lady Exercise was directly as a result of watching ice dancing. And I just have to say, I feel like Chalk and Bates, our American, who were the silver medalists in ice dancing, they should have won. Their dance was
heaven. They were so good.
Incredible. I'm like, did the judges not like the Americans? What's going on here? Because that French guy who's part of the gold medal thing, he won a gold in 2022 with his partner, and she wrote a book about him. Like, he was controlling and maybe emotionally abusive, like a bad energy, right? And didn't you watch
I just told you. Yeah, but I told you that this woman, this French pair, his partner, wrote a book. Former partner, and wrote a book about him, and it came out either in November or December, and she was an NBC analyst for France, and she lost her job. Remember I told you that? She lost her job.
I didn't put them together. Yeah. I didn't know she was the partner to the French guy who would go on.
It's a scandal. And then in this Glitter and Gold show that I told you about on Netflix, they highlight the top 3 ice dancing pairs. And one is this new French pair because he got a new partner. One is the Canadian. And the other one was Chalk and Bates. Is it Bates?
Bates.
And I loved watching that. But I think it's a scandal that they didn't win gold.
I watched both of them, and I love the Canadian, and I think they got silver, and
we got silver, French got gold, and the Canadians got bronze.
Bronze, yes. Yeah. And they did Starry, Starry Night, and she has an incredible story with her mom, and I love all these,
I love the backstories.
As long as they're not sordid, but Chalk and Bates. So we all watched that. Well, I shouldn't say we. Your brothers did not watch it. Sure. I watched it. They were having some political discussion in the other room. And I'm like, I just need to watch these two. I need to see the twizzles and everything. But when it was over, I just was like, oh my gosh, the American skate, the flamenco, it was so in every way beautiful. Because isn't the last question on ice dancing for judging, are they in love? And
is it really? Because they're supposed to make. Okay, yes. Okay,
you're making the story up. I felt an insidious energy with the French couple. Bad juju. Yeah, go back and watch it.
We don't have here in Montana. I'm limited on the channel selection, but I'm going to watch it on YouTube.
NBC? Okay.
No, we're very limited here. We've got Prime and Netflix. But it's okay. I can watch it on YouTube because I didn't know that, Lori. Because Chalk and Bates, it was so beautiful. But you can go watch these on YouTube. I will go watch that.
It was just beautiful. And they have a story that reminds me of the favorites novel about ice dancing because they've known each other since they were 16. The other thing about God, I just call him Chalk and Bates. I don't know
That's
why I
okay.
like calling that, but the woman, is she Chalk or Bates?
I'm going to find out. Madison Chalk and Evan Bates.
Yes, Madison is so, because this I think is their fourth Olympics,
Yeah.
and it's the first time that they medaled. She designed Spain's, their outfits. There's like 4 other teams. She's doing design sketches. She's become a fashion person for these ice costumes, which they're beautiful and they are part of the story.
Yes, they are.
What
Lori,
they're wearing.
if you watch Glitter and Gold, and you can still watch it because it's still interesting and good. One of the things is how many people, the length of her, flamenco skirt thing, because it was red on the inside and black, the length of it, and how people were worried about her getting, they had to shorten it, and other people got caught in their skirts and kind of, it's very interesting. I didn't know she designed for others. That's a great show to watch.
That was a story that just came out that she kind of was not keeping it a secret, but it was something that she's always been good at, sketching, and she's been designing their ice dancing costumes for a long time, and other ice dancing, you're so good, who's doing your costumes?
Right.
Some of them are like $10,000, and then she told people, I'm doing it, and then they're like, will you design something for me?
I love that.
Because that's all part of the whole look. We've got the 2 ice dancing people who dance to dunes.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of dune-like. The male, I don't think he's, in contention, but very fun to watch him in his Minions costume.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Okay, Lori, that's funny. It's just fun. I love, because I think the beauty of ice dancing is the in-syncness and in the regular just individuals. It's all about jumps. It's all about getting ready to do the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. And I think I just like the dancing so much better because I love the in-sync.
But how about Ilya Malinin, the U.S. men's, who's just the one who's the quad god?
Yeah.
How about that him and Ilya from Heated Rivalry have the same name, the same hair, the same long body, the same hot horniness to them?
You're hysterical.
Holy cow.
You're
Ilya
hysterical.
and Ilya.
And that's going to be happening right now, kind of as this podcast
Yes.
is coming out.
Yeah,
that's going to be exciting.
And the Japanese guy who's really good, Yamaguchi, I think his name is, he is so pocket-sized.
Yes.
Compared to Ilya Malinin with his long legs, but he is also incredible, but he cannot do the quad axle.
Okay. And
that's the technical points that he gets for that, which again, the quad axle is you're going... I love Tara Lipinski and Johnny. In my head, we're friends.
They do the color commentary. They're so good. They're so good.
So the axle, and I got this from Tara, I believe, you're skating forward, thrusting yourself in the air, going 4 complete revolutions in the air, and landing backward on one skate, the opposite leg that you came up on. So it is the hardest, even if you just do a single axle.
Right.
Just because, but the 4, because she said the thrust to get yourself up in the air is a lot of weight coming down on that one leg.
Right. God, if we tried to do it, it would snap. Our bones would just snap.
Yeah. And then the other thing with the men's ice skating, because Malinin or Ilya does the backflip.
Yep.
And if you go back in Olympic ice dancing, there was a French woman, Surya Bananel, black woman, really incredible skater. She did a backflip. I want to say this was in the early 90s, mid-90s.
Yes.
And was penalized.
Well, they weren't.
For doing that in her routine.
They weren't
and
accepted.
Now, but
penalized.
Why not?
I know it, right.
Why not? I mean, Johnny Weir was just like, whatever amazing things, anyway, so they explained all about that, and they've been showing clips of her doing this incredible. She was a very powerful skating, very fast going into her jumps. I'm ready to be a commentator.
I can tell.
Perfection.
I love it.
Anyway, it's fun. So this will be the last ice skating day we have.
Okay. And you can go again and watch all this on YouTube. And I think
it's so fun.
It is fun. Okay. Let's thank some of our sponsors, Lori, because that's how we get to do this podcast. That's true. If you enjoy it, I'd love it if you went to these businesses and supported them. So let's thank Hair Restoration Institute of Minnesota. They are helping me. They've helped Casey in the past. They've helped other people that we know. Listen,
the famous and non-famous,
yes,
Julia, they help everybody. Did your sister notice?
Yes.
Your hair,
and you
full?
Can see all of my stuff sticking up because I have so much hair regrowth. I did the PRP where they put shots of a growth hormone into your hairline to help, you gain back because your follicles get tight and shrivel up. That's what kind of happens. And so it's just been glorious.
Like an old crop, Julia.
There you go. There you go. But
you need reseeding, as it were.
Yes. And women, in a more permanent solution is a hair transplant. And women, men have been doing this for years. Why not you? If you are struggling with hair loss, there's so many different types in, surgical and non-surgical solutions with HRI. Go visit hrimn.com and click on the upper right hand corner and have your free consultation. And they will they'll do a scalp analysis, discuss your goals, give you a treatment plan right there and pricing. And you can do it virtual or you can do it in person. And please tell them Lori and Julia sent you. And Lorene, who do we want to thank next?
Let's thank Minneapolis Plastic Surgery because, Dr. Jarvis, I don't think we brag enough about, that he has 30 years of experience and he's done more than 12,000 procedures. And he continues to just because to be board certified plastic surgeon, you have to every year pass new exams and new tests or whatever, because there's things that are changing. So you have to be on top of it. And he's created such a welcoming plastic surgery center, if you will, because people are very nervous. I mean, he's got the fully equipped on-site surgery center. He has people from around the globe. And I remember he told me once, he said, I have the best anesthesiologist. And I said, why? He said, well, we don't want anyone throwing up after having any kind of plastic surgery. So the anesthesia part of it is key.
Yes, it is.
So he's just so good. So if there's something that you've been thinking about, I'll shout out to Casey Kelsey. She said she's going to get a breast augmentation if she knows for sure that her fourth kid is her last.
Yeah, Lori, I know someone our age that's going to do it too, because it's like, finally, why not? You don't have to be uncomfortable with ginormous breasts, and it hurts your backs.
Right. Or if you're unhappy, you just happen to have, like one of my sisters, saggy tennis shoe boobs.
There you go.
Or tennis sock boobs. Tennis sock boobs.
And you can have a free complimentary consultation. Call Minneapolis Plastic Surgery, and you can visit them online at, what's their website, Laura?
MPLS, Minneapolis spelled out, plasticsurgery.com.
Okay. And they're located in Golden Valley. Yeah. Thanks, honey. Okay. So, besides Olympic lore and the men's hockey is starting. I don't know what the finals were with the women's hockey, and
it's still going on. The rounds are going on.
Okay,
yeah, it's still going on. How about, just for a quick fashion gossip? How about the other day, the first day of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? Because the judge, apparently, in a big thing like that, they're trying to get them to
settle out of court.
Yep. That they both showed up wearing mirror images, outfits of each other. Let's just
give me an example. Well, what were they? What were they?
They both were wearing, she was wearing a big, would have been perfectly comfortable coming out of one of our early 90s closets, a big boxy olive colored blazer and huge pants with a pink scarf kind of a thing, pink. And then he shows up.
I see it.
In an olive. Do you see how look
An
exactly
olive,
alike. And
like
he also
wool
has
coat
pink.
with a pink scarf. That
Yeah.
is wild.
And
And
somewhere,
they didn't settle.
no, they didn't. I think they're in court all week. Maybe they got Friday the 13th off. Maybe people are like, yeah, we're not going to
3
have
hours ago, they arrived for their second court after unsuccessful. Yeah, I hope.
Did they look alike?
I don't. Let's see this one. I can't.
It just made me laugh.
He's in a brown suit with a gray jacket and something else.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's
This is all going to end in tears. I think it's already been a very tearful thing.
I do too. It's
anyway, but speaking of tears, I gasped, and I know that when we watched this Dawson Creek reunion a couple months ago, James Van Der Beek a couple years ago, told us that he got a colonoscopy, was suffering from stage 3 colorectal cancer, and has been very open and out loud. I've seen him on Access Hollywood and the Today Show, really trying to advocate for early screenings, blah, blah, blah. And he died this week and left 6 kids and his wife behind, and his kids are like 6 to 16.
It made me really sad. He was so young.
He was so young, and people, him from the great epic football movie Varsity Blues, and then, of course, Dawson's Creek, playing the lead character, and everyone in the cast really had beautiful tributes to him. And apparently, I don't know if James, whatever they got it, there was a lot of financial medical debt with his cancer treatment. So they wanted to have a GoFundMe just to raise like $50,000 because he was selling his memorabilia from Varsity Blues and Dawson's Creek.
Well, because he didn't want his wife to be in debt when he was passed. Because I don't know that she works outside of the home.
He also was like, we need the money now. Anyway, they've raised $1 million.
Oh, that makes me happy.
And so that they could stay in their home. And it really did just make me sad.
So
and
sad.
That Paula Cole song is in my head, the theme song.
From Dawson.
I hear it, it's very iconic. And, but Katie Holmes and
Joshua Jackson, Michelle Williams. Yep.
Yeah. Talked about it, and he did show up virtually on that Dawson's Creek reunion that they had, and you could see that he was very, very thin from probably chemo, but he was just so happy to be there.
And it's something about that we've heard and read about over the past, 4 years maybe, is how colorectal cancer.
Colorectal.
Thank you. Cancer is hitting people much younger than it used to. And I don't know. Yeah. I think the screenings, I had my first screening like around 50. Yeah. I might have it. I think I had a little like 48 because I remember.
Maybe if you have a history or something.
I don't know.
Or
but
I had issues.
But it's something to be aware of younger folks, because there's something in the environment and toxins that are just because you've heard of a lot of people in their 30s getting it. So,
and he might have had a family history.
Sure, absolutely.
I cannot remember any of that. But yeah, it just made me sad, and I bet a lot of people, because he was 47. So people, especially that grew up watching Dawson's Creek, like I think of Casey's daughter. Yeah. I would see it occasionally because I loved the WB.
Yes, you did.
I love the WB and CW.
Yes.
I had a lot of shows.
Yes, you did.
On those. So anyway, and then the other, there were 2 other notable deaths, but not as sad, but still worth noting. The last surviving Navajo code talker died this week. He was 107 years old. Wow. And John Kinsel Sr. And for people who don't know, in World War II, the one code that the Japanese and the Germans could not break was the Navajo code talker, which they were speaking, their language, Navajo, and that was truly the only thing that was truly encrypted that the Japanese and the German were not able to to break.
Right.
And so that's kind of amazing. John Kinsel Sr. And then Bud Cort died. And I know you're going to say, Julia, who's Bud Cort?
Well, I'm letting you say it for us.
If he was I think he was 77. He's best known as he plays the 20-year-old Harold to the 79-year-old Ruth Gordon in Harold and Maude. That movie. Have you ever seen Harold and Maude, the movie?
My mother talked about it for years, and I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
It's a great movie, Julia. It still holds up. This 20-year-old kid who's obsessed with death, Bud, falls in love with this 79-year-old woman, played by Ruth Gordon, she's the lady who is creepy neighbor in Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, okay. Again,
that little lady.
How do you even remember that crap?
She's shown up in thing, but it didn't do well at the box office in the 70s, but it became
a kind of a cult classic, I thought.
Well, it became definitely, but like for your mom, it would have been just like she was with her age and where she was as a woman in the 70s, yep. And remembering that women didn't have the ability to get a credit card or rent an apartment or get a mortgage on a house until 1975. So it was totally radical for the idea of a 20-year-old man being in love with a 79-year-old. Oh, I mean,
it's The Graduate.
And Robert Altman,
yes.
Your boyfriend,
yes.
Your movie director, friend that you dazzled at the Prairie Home Companion Press thing, he discovered Bud Cort.
Okay.
And because he's interesting. He was interesting looking.
Mm-hmm.
Put it that way. Anyway, so that's
I tried to Google him right now as you're talking, and I got up. What showed up for me was Bud Chord, Chord, pianos. And it's something in music. And I'm like, okay, forget it. I'm not even going to try.
Court.
Oh, I thought you said chord. Because that is something.
Yeah. Now, will you and your sister be going to see Wuthering Heights this weekend?
You know,
the Emerald Fennell movie?
I have heard not so many good things, Lori.
Okay. Here's the thing, Julia.
Okay.
The book itself is basically a story of terrible people tormenting each other. Okay. And I read that book. Like, I think Emerald Fennell has said she's done this lush, horny interpretation because she read Wuthering Heights when she was 14.
Okay.
When I was 14, I was reading Sidney Sheldon. I was moving. I did not want to read a story about the 18th century and people who had to live by strict rules. And even if it was a hot, horny thing, I read it later and we had to discuss it. You know, when you read a book at 14, it makes an impression. So I think this is, if you want to see a horny movie, and you're not some faithful, devoted literary fan of the book Wuthering Heights, I think you'll like it. But I have to just warn people who haven't read it or whatever, which might be you, it's these people are horrible, but I guess a couple people in it are really good at being horrible. Hung Chow and the Allison, I think the woman that Heathcliff marries to spite Kathy. This is a book about terrible people tormenting each other, but now we're just seeing it through the eyes of 14-year-old Emerald Fennell, and she makes it very lush, and I think there's a lot of grunting. And
is Emerald Fennell the director?
She's the director. She did Saltburn, Promising Young Woman.
Got it.
Barbie.
Got it.
Not Barbie. Not Barbie.
Okay, got it.
Did she do Barbie?
No, she didn't. The girl and the guy did that, directed it. It was directed by that other woman that won the awards. She did the women. What's her name? Come on, Laura. She didn't do Barbie. You know that.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know that.
Think of her name. She's married to the guy who just...
God, we're so bad.
Where?
Barbie, she did do Barbie with Noah Baumbach.
She did it?
No, Greta Gerwig.
Thank you. I'm Greta Gerwig. No, she didn't. All right,
Emerald Fennell was in Barbie, though.
Oh,
She acts and is a film director.
I got to look at her. Would I recognize her? Emerald Fennell. What a name.
Yeah, she was in The Crown. She played that old horse-faced Camilla Parker Posey, or whatever her name is.
Oh.
She played Camilla in the 4th season of The Crown.
Okay, got
it. The 3rd
it.
and 4th season.
Okay.
Because Camilla was there. Even if you're a horsey-faced woman, at least you're still beautiful in your 20s and 30s.
You've got a handsome face.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you will grow into your handsome face as you get older.
Yes.
But she played Camilla.
I got
That's
it.
how
Okay.
you know Emerald.
Okay. So she's a British.
So I think a lot of male critics are probably going to hate Wuthering Heights.
Are you going to go?
I think.
I have no desire.
I don't even know where there's a movie theater.
I have no desire. I still want to see Hamnet. That's the one I want to see.
Yes.
That's the one I'd go
to. But
to.
if you're horny and
you're
not beholden to the book.
Right.
And
because
you
the
just
book
is
showing up on my Audible chart list. It's showing up on Libby, my app.
Hate it.
I know
You'll hate it.
I already know that. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. You don't like even shows about terrible people tormenting each other.
I don't. You know what was so great?
The book.
My little niece and I last night, Marabou, we watched some cute movie about grapes and a love story in Australia. And she looked at me one time.
What's the name of it?
I'm going to look it up because it was so good. And it's with the guy that was in studio with us.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. But she talked about Netflix, rom-com, Wine Australia. That's what I'm looking it up. Wine, A-U-S-T.
Did you guys like it?
Oh, loved it because we knew how it was going. It's called A Perfect Pairing. And it's been around for a while. And it's, you know who's in it? I just have to tell you. The guy that was in studio with us, the beautiful guy in studio. Oh, for gosh.
More clues, please.
I know
Keep
it.
them coming.
All right, hold on. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, I was wrong, Lori. I thought he was a different guy. Look at this picture I'm going to show you. That guy, you know what? He was in that sexy, hot love story thing on Netflix where we saw the dong-a-dong in the shower. Remember that one? You never watched it?
Oh, I usually watch everything with Dom.
Adam Demos. Anyway, it's really a sweet movie. I got him confused, but it's a cute movie. But she goes, Juicy, because that's what they call me out here, Juicy. I love this because we know it's going to end great.
Yes.
And I love the predictability of a good rom-com. And she was so cute. Exactly. And we just talked about her life and her guy. And gosh, she's cute. It's kind of, I love, this is a new group of nieces and nephews out here to hang with.
Right.
But it's a sweet movie. It's older.
Well, I think the other movie that's opening this weekend that is getting rave reviews and drawing parallels to Heat and LA Confidential. It's called Crime 101, and it's Halle Berry. Congratulations. She's engaged to her boyfriend. And Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, I saw the ads for this. This looks good. So it's getting good reviews?
Well, and Crime 101 is a collection of short crime Winslow by the amazing Don Winslow. And one of his short stories in this thing is the story that they're playing. It's about a jewel thief and a detective.
Mark
Ruffalo is in it. And I absolutely love Don Winslow. So if you like crime, vengeance, thriller, mystery, this is the date movie for you this weekend, Crime 101. And of course, Mark Ruffalo plays the LAPD detective. Chris Hemsworth wants to do one last heist. And if you are a fan of a crime movie, if you've ever watched Heat or LA Confidential, because they just don't get made that often, it's getting compared to that.
It's got 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is extremely high. Okay, good.
So you've got the horny, not true to the book, Wuthering Heights, and then you've got your crime thriller, Crime 101.
I love it. All right, so we're going to thank a couple more sponsors, and one of them is Twin City Closet Company. And so My little sister's a designer, and I'm out in her gorgeous house that Lori, wait to see the latest remodeling. But one thing she doesn't have good game is closet game. And
you're right, she does not.
She does not have good closet game. And I'm thinking when Liz from Twin City Closet Company came out to my house a couple weeks ago and really just sat down with me, and they offer free consultations and just listened to my needs, could see what I needed. And, she's talking about the reasons that people, don't, do closets because they think it's going to be so expensive and all these different things. Mm-hmm. And it's overwhelming even kind of to think of. And so
that's why you have those designers helping
right.
you.
And she just, people put it off because they think it's going to be too much money. And so we sat there and kind of came up with like the best plan, a medium plan, a this plan, kind of stages to do it, things I can do, things they can help with. And it was just so wonderful because they have so many good ideas, and it doesn't cost any money to have a consultation and find out what your options are. And they are a family-run business. It's all the products are made and manufactured in Minnesota. They use high-quality components. They have expert lighting in all of their closets, and they've got a revolutionary thing there. But really, it's a no-pressure, the consultation, and it just is, it doesn't cost any money to ask questions and find out how you can have attainable luxury. So please visit tcclosets.com to find out how you can what you can do for your home and have a consultation. I absolutely love it. And then, Lorene, with the Olympics, InVision has been doing, Distinctive Eyewear has been doing, gold, silver, and bronze glass frames, Instagrams, and all these kind of cute things. But one of the things I was thinking of, and we talk about this every time, is I have glasses from 15 years ago that I still am wearing, that I just get my lenses replaced because they're so perfect for my face, and they're kind of timeless and classic looks. And the polarized vision stuff, especially because I'm going to go skiing and I'm going to be in the sun out here, it is, and when you're on water, it's so key for your eyes. And I just think it makes the world look prettier with polarized lenses. I really always have.
It is. And InVision has always sold some sporty glasses that are bigger, that are more goggle-like, or the Maui gyms, they've got things so that if you are somebody who's outside, and people are always like, oh, you can get your sunglasses and prescription. I said, it's so much better if you're doing an outside sport, contacts, and then having glasses, and then with wind and reflection, I have always found contacts to be kind of not that great. So I've been a prescription sunglass and goggle person for the longest time.
And I just started this like 4 years ago. I got my first pair of Maui Gym prescriptions. I love them. I love them. Yeah. So go, InVision, they know what they're doing. They're our Eyeglass Whisperer. They're in Minnetonka. They're in Galleria. They're in the North Loop, and they're in St. Paul. And don't forget to say Lori and Julia sent you. Let's just finish up and thank Borton Overseas.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Let's go traveling.
Okay, I'm dying.
We have 2 rooms left on Spectacular Scandinavia,
okay.
May 4th to 11th. So 2 rooms are left.
And if you look at the itinerary, we are doing so much, Lori. I'm just so excited about that trip. I've broken it down. You couldn't put this together on your own. You would go crazy. There's so many different things that we're seeing and doing with transportation, with being a part of. I love the group that's going. If you're a single traveler, we've got people for you. We're all, we do. You're a single traveler this time, Lori.
That's right, I am.
And so it's just such a fun trip, and it's a once in a lifetime trip. So if you are curious, please visit BortonOverseas.com. And if that doesn't work for you, they go to so many other spectacular destinations and have such great relationships with all these places to put together a unique itinerary for you, or you can be part of a small group in another destination.
And that's the key. It's always small group with Borton Overseas, so it's not like other tour companies that they have the full motor coach.
Right.
So there's 45 people, and that's just a lot. They move in smaller groups, usually around 20 people or so. So that makes it so much more
intimate,
cozy.
And you can hear the people talking about, they work with experts everywhere. Anyway, I've got a countdown on that one. So Borton Overseas, We just highly recommend them. BortonOverseas.com for more information. Okay, so you've
All
got
right.
your curly hair happening there in Hawaii. So when you go to Hawaii,
my
you don't
gosh.
get your hair blow dried and washed every week. Have you washed it
No,
yet?
Julia, because it would just blow out. The blowout blows out because it's always a trade wind, or if not a gale warning, if not a strong breeze.
Which we learned about the other day.
Honestly. Yeah, no, there's no point. I did the first couple years when I came here in an effort, and because I would only come for like maybe 8 nights.
Yes. I
And
remember
Casey and
we'd
stay at a hotel,
Yeah.
and
get a
all
blowout.
that stuff. Yeah, so I would try and like always just look, but I'm here for too long. I just have to just give up and embrace the hair that my hair just wants to be here.
Your hair, it reminds me of when I first met you.
Yes.
Before pre blowout every week.
That's right. Now, how about Jill Zarin getting fired from her job over at the Golden Life, and our girl Dorinda getting her spot because Jill.
Tell everyone first of all, Jill Zarin was an OG.
Jill Zarin. She's been an irrelevant housewife. She's
From
been
New York.
off of Bravo since 2011.
Wow. And she had the big fight with Bethany Frankel. So these Real Housewives of New York. Okay, yeah.
Yes. So she, like just last week, E announced that they were basically doing something called the Golden Life, where it was all the original Roni gals, Ramona, who I cannot stand, Jill Zarin, Countess Luann, Sonia Morgan, and Kelly Ben Simone, which I didn't get that because I'm like, why wouldn't they have approached Dorinda?
Yeah.
I knew Carol Radziwill and Bethany would have said no. But anyway, E is no longer owned by NBC or Bravo. They've been sold off or whatever. And I thought, thirsty old Jill has got her wish back because, she ruined the Ultimate Girls Trip, that one of the ones we were not seeing that Andy's had to sit on.
Yes.
She's
Andy
always
Cohen.
been a horrible person. Never could stand her. Anyway, she decided it'd be a good idea 2 minutes after the Super Bowl was over, even with her daughter saying, Mom, don't do this, and her boyfriend saying, you're going to get canceled, decide to show her racist ways about where were all the white people. And it was shocking to me that she was just laying it all out there.
About the halftime show? About Bad Bunny?
Yes. Not an opinion, but a racist rant. That's really the only way you can describe everything. And we talked about it the other day. She was like, Lady Gaga, I didn't even recognize her. And I'm like, okay, does she not count as white? She's had such a bad facelift. I mean, it was just a mean, racist, like that's who she is.
Yuck.
And I thought she's going to get kicked off that show a week later because I don't know if people realize this, but when you're quote unquote talent, and Julie and I are considered talent, and we did this for the radio and even with the podcast, in talent contracts, and it probably is even more so for TV, you can be fired for acting like an a-hole.
Yes.
Basically.
If you embarrass the company. If you embarrass the property that you're working for, whatever it is, the show.
And not only did she get fired within 48 hours of her rant, Dorinda gets hired. But I was reminded of something because Jason and I were going back and forth about this because he would sometimes periodically have Jill Zarin on to promote her candles or pajamas or whatever.
She was on the ice skating reality show and she did other stuff.
But she's just never been a pleasant person. But we were going back and forth. Think of all the posters and the marketing. And if you look in our contract, you look in any talent contract, if you do something to upset that, you have to pay that money back. So she could be on the hook for a few $100,000 to over $1 million on all the money. Because remember, they've done a teaser trailer. I think they've got online stuff. They've done the photography. Who knows what they filmed? She's on the hook to pay that back because she violated her morals. What was in that morals contract? Anyway,
she's just dumb.
Juicy.
In the thing about this in today's environment, tell a friend how you feel. if you're feeling anything. Well, first of all, she's so racist, so it's not okay.
She
any
is.
of it. But
that's not an
but
opinion.
it isn't.
That's
it isn't
just a state of being.
Yeah, but to post anything like that, especially after her friend Ramona was so canceled by the Andy Cohen and the Real Housewives franchises, and to the point where we don't even get to use Ramona eyes anymore. I still have mine, but it was just a funny spoof on her. But she's persona non grata, and she saw this all happen. I don't understand how
Ramona's
you can be
on this show.
I know she is, but I think
she has said nothing.
Right.
She said nothing, and who knows what will happen. And like I said, they've already decided
She's just
they're
dumb.
going with
Jill
her.
Zarin's dumb, and she has a big ego, and she always thought she was right. Always.
She always did. And also, she even says at the beginning of her rant, I don't care if I lose followers. I just have to say this. And I just thought,
go look in a bathroom mirror, you dumb loser.
She must be crying every hour on the hour because her arch nemesis, Dorinda, got the job.
I love Dorinda.
I love Dorinda. They should have had her in the first place.
I know that Trader show that I know you're not watching with Ellen Cummings that I'm watching for the very first time is so compelling. And Dorinda's one of the people on it. And it's where people get kicked out of this, castle in Scotland. And Ellen Cummings is over the top about it. But Michael Rappaport, who was kicked off, and this is known, and it's been for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, this was early because I think I watched that.
Yeah.
I think I did watch like 3 episodes.
Yeah, so Susan Lucci and Ellen Cummings were in the clubhouse with Andy Cohen the other night in his half-an-hour talk show. And Alan Cummings, because Michael Rappaport is a huge Housewives fan and is on Andy Cohen's show a ton. And he kind of asked him about it, and he said, we were so sick of him. The cast was so sick of him. Because he's kind of a funny, likable guy, but they just said he was so overbearing and sickening on that show. They were so relieved he was gone. Everybody.
I bet. I can see that. Yeah, he's very, very, well, he's a New York guy.
Yeah.
And he's
always
just
speaks,
a New York guy.
Yeah. And intrusive, opinionated, which is all good, but never knows when to temper it.
Right.
Because we're opinionated.
Yeah, of course. You got to have an opinion. Well, speaking of not an opinion, some TV things this weekend. Dark Winds comes back for its 4th season on AMC. And that show got discovered on Netflix because I believe the first 2 seasons are on Netflix, and it takes place in Navajo Reservation. Zach McClarnon is the sheriff. It's so good.
So Neil Justin turned us on to that originally. From the start to the end. So good. It's
based on the Tony Hillerman novels. That's who the character comes from.
I always thought that was a woman. Tony Hillerman.
No, Tony is a man.
Okay, I always thought.
If you look at a book jacket.
I never looked at the jacket, but I always thought it was, I don't know why I always thought those were.
Auntie Marlene always read the Tony Hillerman
I know,
novels.
I can see the cover of all of them, but I always thought it was a woman. Okay.
Yeah. So that's back on Sunday night on AMC, and probably the 3rd season will be dropping on Netflix because it's a deal they have. And then also the America's Next Top Model documentary is on. While this is on, it's been the lead up to it dropping. Now Tyra Banks is saying America's Next Top Model is going to come back because she's not finished. I don't think that show needs to come back, but I am interested in the documentary. And then just a shout out for if you're looking for a spy drama, there's a German show that's dropped on Netflix called Unfamiliar. 6 episodes, just very, it's spy, German, Russia, intelligence. It's good.
Oh gosh,
it's
that
really
sounds good. It's in your wheelhouse.
And I love a little 6 episode thing. Yes. And you know what it reminded me of is we read that book by Tess Gerritsen called The Spy Coast.
Oh, I love.
And it was about the
old
retired
CIA agents.
CIA spies and something that had happened like 20 years before they were each getting killed.
Yep.
From this one thing. So that's what Unfamiliar reminded me of, that great book, The Spy Coast. If you love a crime, a espionage thing, that is a very good book.
Lori, I still have that book.
Did you ever finish it?
Yes, of course. I love that book. No, I keep Yes, that's one I
good ones.
finished.
Yes.
I finished that one. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to go to the top of the volcano this weekend and do some
No,
adventuring?
that's not till next week. I'm
going to try to ski. My sisters are like, they've skied. One of them skied 35 days already this year, and so I'm hopeful to make it down, 2 runs without dying. I haven't skied in 3 years, so it'll be interesting.
Oh yeah.
I'm really, and they're like, well, we're going first thing in the morning. I'm like, well, I could just do a half day. Well, just come with us and bring a book. And I'm like, okay.
Julia, I want you to take it easy and not fall into
I'm not going to.
Sister peer pressure, because I think your sister Catherine is an incredibly pressuring person. Did they stop doing that?
They stopped. I would get here and then we'd go skiing, and we had to go to the very top of the mountain. And then we would traverse over like 5 different hills. And by the time we got to the top of the hill, I was so exhausted and the altitude got to me so bad. I'm like, now what? Point them. Yeah. Just point them. Just point them and go. Follow my trail.
No. Trust me.
I'm older.
Big, wide blues. No. I want you to enjoy the powder and the view. You do not need to ski like a rocket man.
I won't. Trust me, I won't. But I'm really kind of excited to go. So anyway.
I hope it's sunny pack powder.
Well, we need some snow. Boy, they don't have any snow out west right now. It's been a tough year for these places.
Really?
Yes.
That's not good.
No, I know. But who cares?
Right.
It'll all be great. Okay. It was so fun.
How about Britney Spears selling her music catalog for $200 million?
I didn't know that.
Yes. Listen, everybody, so many other people
I think it's a brilliant idea. Why not? But will she go through it right away, or what's going to happen there?
$200 million. No, she's not going to go through it right away. But I bet her lawyer that got her out of the conservatorship, because she didn't really write her music. Right. So I'm not sure how the music rights work for songs that you have. But you can, when the purpose of selling it too is not managing where it gets used, how it gets used.
Licensed
that's what
and everything.
Another company will do. So I can totally see it, because she doesn't seem
to want to write any new music
well, she doesn't, or manage it.
Yeah.
She'd have to, or manage it. And her lawyer is just like, we can get you $200 million.
That's a lot of money.
Okay, fine. And then they'll use her, that company Gamma Records will use, they'll sell it, whether it be movies or whatever. But she doesn't have to have someone managing that asset, and you're just getting your money now ahead of time.
And invest $200 million. That's a ton, and invest it. I love it. I love it for her.
Yeah.
Does she seem happy, Lori, to you? Is she still dancing and twirling?
Yeah, she does dances and twirls. And you know what? She knows that people still want to see her. Her fans want to see her, and her true fans are not accusatory and saying, oh, she's crazy, which is always what they say about women who want to just act and be who they are. Just like...
Lori, you pulled a Britney Spears on Instagram the other day out in your underwear. If you don't follow us, Lori and Julia on Instagram, Lori, you said you looked like you had your underwear on, and it did, but you had bathing suit bottoms on and a top, and you danced. You have such great legs.
Yes.
You have such
Mrs. Always.
Oh my God!
Right.
I just see 2 horses running across the front window here.
Oh, welcome!
I forgot the neighbors.
Wild
the neighbors have horses. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so
nice.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
I had to do a little lady exercise, and I was just feeling inspired by the double Lutzes and the curling. And
what was that thing in your arm you were swaying? It looked like a...
Well, I was trying to find a rock so I could do some kind of a sweeping thing, like a curling situation. And then I got all distracted with the music and just started dancing.
Oh my gosh. Well, have a great weekend. Love you, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And if you like this episode and have some friends that can use some cheering up, share it with them. We would love to have some new friends. And
Ice is going to be out of Minnesota.
I know it. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. It's a great day. All right. Cheers, people.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much for supporting our sponsor and us. And we will be back.
See you later.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university, online, That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.